Okay, for this one, we'll be using a drop D tuning. So take the low E, drop it down a whole step, end up with D, A, D, G, B, E. And this is very similar to a lot of like Deftones, well, specifically Be Quiet and Drive. We're coming off from that D major 7 to B sus2. Of course, Deftones is, half a step lower, but same position, same shapes. We do get some cool lead lines and its own kind of chorus vibe, but for this initial section, we're just kind of like going right through this, and it's a real straightforward. Eventually we get to more of that shuffle feel. So we'll start here, kind of the main intro and verse progression. We're doing our open D major 7, so open low D there, and we'll have the 9A, 11 on the D and G. All right, and with this, the feel of it, kind of like couple hits, 1, 2, 3, 4, couple hits, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on that final 4, we kind of take that 11 on the G and just lift off so that we have a 9 on the G now. So you kind of want to keep that barred. So, it's the up, down, whatever, it's arbitrary. It doesn't really matter, just kind of as long as you get the feel of it. So, okay, you really want to try to get that note to come out there, that 9 on the G. There is a lead guitar over the top of this, kind of emphasizing that more. But if you're just kind of one guitar, you kind of want to make sure you hit that note. Get lost in there because there's a lot of delay and reverb and a lot of ambient stuff happening, so make sure that comes out. And then basically all we do is just make that open low D, make it a 9 now, just like get our B sus2, and it's that same kind of shuffle. And I don't know if it happens every time, but there's a very subtle kind of like, after we get to that final note, we just drop down and hit 7s as a power chord, like an A power chord there. It's just a little tiny pickup note that seems to come in there, like maybe not all the time, maybe just in the verses, but it's there. Maybe just the bass is doing it, but something like that. All right, it can be as subtle as you want, but just slowly the whole thing now. Just a matter of getting up to tempo. And over the top of it, like I said, there's a lead that's just kind of emphasizing like a couple notes with a little bend in there. But you could do it on the G here. We just do 6. Maybe hit 1, do a little bend and release on it, a couple more. Slide it up to 9s for a few. Okay, it's, like I said, it's emphasizing that note too. And then just go back to the 6s and just stay at the 6s with the hit, a bend, release, stay on the 6s. And just kind of repeat that line throughout, mostly like the intro version of that progression. Eventually it shifts up to this higher bit where we're doing like a little power chord shape on the B and E string, and it starts with 7 and 9, and you can just kind of like, you can either just like quickly alternate strum like 16th notes with this, or you can just kind of like stay on like that kind of strum pattern that the other guitar is doing. If you have enough like delay and stuff on there, it might just fill it in anyway. And then it slides it up to 10 and 12 for, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. And then back to the 7 and 9. And then it takes it low at the 5 and 7. All right, do a few there, 4 there. Back to the 7 and 9, go up to the 10 and 12s again. And then it takes it higher to the 12 and 14. And just kind of strums that out, shuffles it out, and then you can throw in like an open little B there. Up to you, not the G, the B. There you go. And maybe put a little dip on there, the tremolo arm. Have some fun with it there. And then for the chorus progression, I like to shift down here. We do F sharp power chord, basically just fours on the D, A, D, you throw in the 6 on the G there. And it's kind of like strum, 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 strum. Something like that. And then just come off to a different voicing of the D major 7, because we can just do it real easy here by just lifting off the D and the A, and then keep that 4 in the middle D and the 6 on the G, kind of strum that the same, but we stay here twice as long. Okay, then we move to a G suspended 2, so just 5 on the D and A, 7 on the middle D and G, and then strum this out, hit, couple. Alright, now we can take it back to our previous spot at the 9 on the low D and the A, 11 on the middle D and G. Strum this out, kind of the same deal, one hit, couple. Alright, then we just lift off to this voicing of the D major 7, just the open D, 9A, 11 D and G, and then this one we stay on twice as long as well. And in this, we just basically want a B flat major, and I can usually get it to work like this, where, you know, 'cause I might have like a funky middle finger here, but I can bar the 8s on the D, A, D, and then just have this 7 on the G behind it. If that middle D kind of mutes a bit, not a huge deal. But I can typically get that to work, just as long as you kind of get like the power chord, the low D and the A, and then you can get this 7 on the G to ring out. That's cool. You know, if that middle D gets muted, like I said, it's okay. And if you can't get that, then you can do something like this if you don't mind the stretch, where you do the 8 on the low D and A and the 12 on the middle D. Up to you. So a couple options there, and like we just strum that out, finish the progression. Something like that. And over the top of the chorus, there's a cool lead section, and it's mostly just on the G string here. We initially hit a 4 on the D, then we do 2 G, bend and release, up to 4, hit that, and then hit it again, bend and release. First run through, slide it up to 6, hit the 6 again, slide down to 2, one more 2, and you can kind of pick through this a little more if you like, just to fill it out. It's up to you. Start the whole thing again, but instead of you know, sliding the 6 down to 2, we just take the 6 and go to 7. Okay, and it just kind of alternates between those two different run-throughs. And other than that, there's this little break section before the second verse where it just hits a power chord a couple times. Okay, it's just a funky little transitional thing that happens before the second verse. Other than that, we get to the bridge section, and this breaks into more just kind of like dynamic hits. You know, everyone's kind of like hitting on the same thing there. And you just start with the big open D power chord. Okay, just quarter notes hitting there, and then throw in kind of the middle octave of it. Keep the same low D, do the 5A, 7 on the D and G, same thing. Take that power chord shape, slide it up to the 9 and 11, so we get our open D major 7, throw in the open low D, and then just land on our B flat sus here, or B regular sus, sorry, and then 9s, 11, 11, same thing. Okay, and then after that, that's kind of when like this more shuffle, be quiet and drive feel comes in, and it's the same chords we've been using, the D major 7 to the B sus 2. And if you know that feel, then you can just kind of shuffle through it. It's like a hit, 1 2 1 2. You know, bar the 9s, same thing, hit 1 2 1 2. And you know, it doesn't have to be exact like that. You can throw in a couple strums here and there if you want. You know, get a little more of a shuffling feel. that same kind of that vibe, you know, when you go through that a couple times, and then we wrap it up with this ending here, which is like an A major 7. So just bar the 7s on the power chord, the D-A-D, and then do 9s on the middle D and, or sorry, middle, the G and the B. And it's just kind of like hit, hit, hit it, slide. And we're going to slide down to this E, just big E5 power chord. So just bar the 2s on the D-A-D, have a 4 G, and if you can, let the open B and E ring under it. Like getting that kind of high B, you know, really comes out clear. And we just kind of hit it once. And we do this octave slide up from the 2A, 4G, hit it, slide it up to 4-6 once more. Okay, so. And other than that, that goes through, you know, most of the outro there. And the ending, it has that same kind of like dynamic hits vibe that we had in the bridge. Kind of switch some positions here. I kind of start with this chord, the open D and A, 4 on the middle D and the 6 for the D major 7. And it's those same kind of quarter note dynamic hits. And you do this maybe like 12 times or so, or maybe 14. It's like 2 3/4 times or something. Alright, just strum that out. And then you can take this power chord shape, the 9A, 11 on the D and G. Add in the 9 on the low D with it now. And then just come off to the open low D, 9A, 11 D and G, and just ride that out for 2 3/4 times. Alright, just finish the song with that.